After being reborn, I immediately bought 99 high-quality Patek Philippe replicas from Pink Sixie. Then, I placed them in the cabinet where my sister keeps her toys. This was because in my previous life, my impoverished roommate and I donated supplies to our alma mater at the same time. He secretly swapped my authentic items with fakes before making his donation. Everyone praised him for being kind-hearted and winning glory for the class. But when it was my turn to donate, my watches were exposed as fake. The entire school looked at me with disdain, accusing me of fraudulent donation. Opening my eyes again, I had returned to the day before the donation. Classmates, I'm not pretending anymore. I'm laying my cards on the table. I am the only son of a billionaire. I heard about the upcoming school anniversary and how everyone is donating supplies. So, I've decided to donate 99 of my own Patek Philippe watches to the school. It's said that the class that donates the most can get extra academic credits. Consider it a welfare gift from me to everyone. These familiar words echoed in my ears, suddenly pulling me back to reality. Patek Philippe's are nothing but casual toys for the young master, right? Lu Ruyan showed an expression as if she had known all along. Speaking smugly, the class with the most donations this time will be selected as the outstanding class and can earn extra credits. Everyone, hurry up and thank Chu Sheng. Thanks to him, our class's position is secured this time. A wave of gratitude sounded from the audience. Damn, we can get extra credits. Young Master Chu is taking us flying. No need to be polite. We are all in the same class. It's just a small effort. I didn't reveal my identity before because I wanted to keep a low profile. As long as everyone doesn't blame me for hiding it, that's fine. I coldly watched the interaction between Chu Sheng and the classmates on stage. Credits? If they are referring to the bag of name brand watches that Chu Sheng secretly took from my house, then it really is something to look forward to. Chu Sheng turned his gaze to me and spoke with a smile. Zhuang Baifan, I heard you're donating a watch too. I wonder what kind of watch it is. It couldn't happen to be a Patek Philippe too, could it? I frowned. Before I had time to speak, Lu Ruyan spoke up first. What? You're donating too? Please, you didn't just hear that Chu Sheng is donating watches and want to show off yourself, did you? Don't be ridiculous. He's donating Patek Philippe's. What can you possibly donate? A burst of laughter instantly erupted around us. Chu Sheng feigned reproach. Don't be like that. Donating things is about personal sincerity. Besides, not everyone can choose their background. But having said that, Chu Sheng suggested to me with a face full of sincerity, the things we donate represent the face of our class. If it's something relatively cheap, I suggest you don't take it out. It might lower our class's image. Zhuang Baifan, what do you think? I could hardly believe my ears. Clearly, he was the poor student who couldn't even afford meals. To protect his self-esteem, I had even helped him apply for financial aid. And because I pitied him, I hid my identity and arranged for his mother to come to my house to help clean. It wasn't until I died in my previous life that I knew he had publicly stolen my identity. He even told our classmates that I was his family's nanny's mentally ill son and that he had only taken me in out of the kindness of his heart. I sneered. I took an application form out of my drawer and slammed it on the desk. Chu Sheng, I've been giving you too much face, haven't I? Then explain this. On this financial aid application form, why is your name on it? Zhuang Baifan. Chu Sheng cried out in alarm, realizing he had lost his composure. Chu Sheng quickly calmed down. He forced a smile. What are you talking about? Why can't I understand? I looked at him with complex eyes and let out a laugh. Don't understand? Then let me help you comprehend. I grabbed the application form, my eyes sharp and cold. I suddenly raised my volume. I'm just curious. You were filling out a financial aid application form just last week. How come you can donate 99 Patek Philippe's this week? Can you explain that? Some nearby classmates exclaimed after reading the form clearly. It really is Chu Sheng's name. What's going on? Chu Sheng's eyes instantly reddened, and he choked out. Zhuang Baifan, and I treated you as a good friend. If your own family is poor, you shouldn't use my name to apply for financial aid. Lu Ruyan looked me up and down with intense disgust. She snatched the form away and tore it to shreds. Being poor isn't something shameful, but you filling out forms with other people's names is truly disgusting. The classmates were convinced by this excuse and looked at me with disdain. Zhuang Baifan, have some shame. Chu Sheng casually brought out 99 Patek Philippe's. Why would he apply for financial aid? Even if you want to frame someone, you chose the wrong person. Please, do you even know what kind of watch this is? A hint of mockery flashed in my eyes. Expressionless. Isn't it just Patek Philippe? I have plenty of them. This instantly drew another round of ridicule. So shameless. That's Patek Philippe. Do you know how much one costs? Yeah. Do you think it's some torn plastic bag off the street? Seeing the situation, Lu Ruyan crossed her arms and laughed. Are you having a breakdown again? You want to compare yourself with Chu Sheng and everything? Look at your own status. Do you even deserve to? Chu Sheng has really done our class proud this time and even helped everyone get extra credits. You, as the class monitor, can't even compare to a tenth of him. The classmates also chimed in with complaints. Yeah, Zhuang Baifan, you really are annoying. As the class monitor, all you know is studying, making us study every day, just to clock in for credits. Exactly. How can you compare to Chu Sheng? He never forces us to study, and he even generously donates watches, letting us all easily get our credits. I sneered inwardly. This bunch of ungrateful wretches. Normally, if I didn't worry about their coursework, brazenly asked the teachers to mark the key points, and repeatedly reminded them to study. Who knows how high the failure rate would be. Back when the grades came out, every one of them was immensely grateful to me. Now that the exams are over, it's suddenly all my fault. Listening to the crowd's discussions, Lu Ruyan couldn't hide the smugness in her eyes. If you ask me, if you have any self-awareness, you should resign as class monitor yourself and let Chu Sheng do it. Yeah, Chu Sheng's contribution is so great this time. We should let Chu Sheng take over. We want Chu Sheng to be our class monitor. After everyone vented their dissatisfaction with me, Chu Sheng hypocritically stepped out to stop them. All right, everyone, don't blame him. He just momentarily can't accept the huge gap in our family backgrounds. Zhuang Baifan, but making big empty boasts is your fault. With just a few words, Chu Sheng pinned the label of vanity on me. Lu Ruyan sneered. Chu Sheng is kind and won't stoop to your level. But I can't stand a liar like you. I'll give you a chance. Apologize to Chu Sheng in front of the whole class right now. Otherwise, don't you dare shamelessly try to leech off our credits later. Hearing her say this, my gaze turned sharp. Since you want to rush to be Chu Sheng's dog, then stay away from me. From today on, we're breaking up. Then, I turned to Chu Sheng. And you don't need to worry about what I'm donating. You just need to know, no matter how much you donate, I will donate more than you. The crowd went silent for a moment. Then bursts of laughter rang through the classroom. Is he crazy? How could he even say such a thing? As expected, poor people can't comprehend the lives of the rich. Does he even know how much one of Chu Sheng's watches costs? Yeah, why not just brag and say he's a second-generation rich kid? Lu Ruyan originally had an ugly expression, but she couldn't help bursting into laughter. Zhuang Baifan, you want to break up with me? You chose this yourself. A boastful liar like you. Besides me, who else would be kind enough to take you? Stop pretending here. Do you know how much the watches Chu Sheng is donating cost in total? Facing Lu Ruyan's mockery, I didn't even bother to lift my head. Seeing I didn't speak, Lu Ruyan became even more smug. She reached out and knocked on the desk. What's wrong? Weren't you very arrogant just now? Why are you completely silent after hearing 20 million? I impatiently dug my ear. I'm not deaf. I said it. No matter how much Chu Sheng donates, I will donate more than him. Words mean nothing. It only counts if you sign the donation form. Lu Ruyan slammed the donation registration form in front of me. Weren't you so confident just now? Sign it. I took it and unhesitatingly signed my name. A hint of schadenfreude flashed in Lu Ruyan's eyes. I ignored their ridicule. Anyway, everything would come to light tomorrow. Early the next morning, a long line had already formed under the main stage. All the teachers and students were present, along with outstanding alumni from all walks of life attending the centennial anniversary. The school had also invited media to report. Camera flashes lit up non-stop. Chu Sheng made his appearance almost right on time. Behind him was a long line of classmates holding watches for him. The scene instantly caused a sensation. Damn, I've seen some celebrities wear this watch before. It costs a fortune. What's that? Didn't you see the one in the back? Damn, it's way more expensive than this one. This grand display instantly made the reporters who came to cover the event light up. Facing the cameras, Chu Sheng just smiled faintly. What I'm donating this time are 99 Patek Philippe watches from my personal collection. The total value is roughly around 20 million. For me, it's not much pressure. After all, this is just a part of my collection. Hearing the amount, it's nothing. A classmate of ours said, no matter how many watches I donate, he will definitely donate more than me. I looked up. Our eyes met. Chu Sheng's eyes were full of undisguised malice. He was banking on the fact that I couldn't produce anything more expensive than him. What a pity. A trace of mockery flashed in my eyes. This time, the one bearing the infamy will absolutely not be me. The reporter, facing the camera, spoke with a trembling voice out of excitement. Really? There is actually a classmate donating an amount even higher than 20 million? Then let's wait and see. The large screen next to us was broadcasting live simultaneously. Comments scrolled across it continuously. Damn, today we're witnessing a battle of the gods. Someone is actually going to donate more than young Master Chu. 666. To see a watch more expensive than a Patek Philippe today really broadened my horizons. Lu Ruyan had a look as if she had seen through everything. A poser like you. What will you do when you can't produce anything? I glanced at her. What I said was, my donation amount will definitely be more than Chu Sheng. I didn't say I was donating watches. Everyone present was stunned and then started guessing. Look at him, completely empty-handed. He didn't even bring a watch or anything. What could be more valuable than a Patek Philippe? Gold? Doesn't look like it. Could it be antiques? I curled the corners of my lips. Just wait a moment, you will all see. Lu Ruyan backhandedly pulled out a document and slammed it in front of me. Still pretending? Don't forget, this is the donation agreement you personally signed yesterday. When you can't produce anything, there will be a good show to watch. No wonder Lu Ruyan insisted I sign yesterday. So she was waiting for me here. But not only was my signature on it, there was also Chu Sheng's donation pledge. Hearing our conversation, the counselor's face darkened. Zhuang Baifan, I emphasized repeatedly that you must be careful with this donation agreement. The donation amount of each class has been reported. If you can't produce it, then you will have to bear the consequences. I didn't lie, and I will also be responsible for my actions. The counselor frowned tightly, wanting to say something, but the anniversary celebration began. The principal went on stage and gave a long, eloquent speech, then started commending the donors. Chu Sheng, as the standout among them, gained the opportunity to speak as a representative. Then, Chu Sheng went on stage with a smug face to speak. Actually, obtaining the title of outstanding alumnus today, I feel I don't deserve it, because our class has a classmate who donated even more than I did. He then raised his hand and pointed at me. Zhuang Baifan, hurry up and bring out the watch you're donating. Let us broaden our horizons. I calmly walked on stage. Unhurriedly, I pulled a coin from my pocket. This is my donation. Damn, is this some kind of international joke? 1 yuan? Does he even know what being a loser means? And here I thought a big shot was coming, and it turns out to be this. He must be crazy, trying to show off at the school anniversary. A wave of curses instantly erupted from below. I remained completely unfazed, holding up the 1 yuan coin. I said it. My donation will definitely be more than Chu Sheng's. My resolute attitude made the people around somewhat suspicious. He's just a student. He wouldn't dare mess around at such a grand occasion. Could it be that this 1 yuan coin has something special about it? Lu Ruyan scoffed. This is the most ordinary coin possible. Who is he trying to brush off with this? Chu Sheng exclaimed. Zhuang Baifan, how can you joke about something like this? This behavior of yours, could it be fraudulent donation? Below the stage, everyone gasped. Damn. Fraudulent donation. How is someone like this fit to stay in our school? Expel him. Being in the same school as him makes me feel ashamed. The emotions of the people around were agitated. They started demanding I give everyone an explanation. Chu Sheng had a worried face, but his eyes revealed complete malice. Zhuang Baifan, the very first rule of our school is about honesty. You will be expelled for this kind of behavior. The scene was silent for a moment. The crowd's anger was ignited. They shouted for the fraudulent donating dog to roll out of the school. There wasn't a ripple of emotion in my heart. I calmly spoke. You're not wrong. A fraudulent donor should, of course, be expelled. However, I couldn't help but curl my lips. The one who gets expelled won't be me. Right at this moment, the appraiser who was checking the Patek Philippe watches nearby ran over anxiously. Wait, we can't proceed with the handover yet. Who is the owner of this batch of Patek Philippe watches? A hint of impatience flashed across Chu Sheng's face. He lowered his voice and said, "This is my commendation ceremony right now. Whatever it is, can't it wait until later?" No, this matter is very important. It concerns whether the donation ceremony can continue. The notary signaled Chu Sheng to step down from the stage first. Chu Sheng was naturally very unwilling. Looking for me? What could possibly be so important that you have to find me at this crucial moment? Student Chu Sheng, may I ask if this batch of watches belongs to you? A look of embarrassment and panic flashed across Chu Sheng's face, but he quickly calmed down. Of course, with my status, is it weird for me to have these watches? The notary hesitated slightly. May I ask if you still have the warranty cards for these watches? Chu Sheng's expression froze. He had no idea what a warranty card was. The notary saw his confusion and explained, the warranty card is usually given together when the watch is sold to facilitate future maintenance and resale. Chu Sheng coughed drily. He waved his hand, putting up a false front. I bought them for my own use. Why would I keep those? Unlike other people, I don't buy them expecting to sell them again. If that's the case, we might have to wait for professional appraisers to conduct a full authentication before determining their authenticity. Hearing this, Lu Ruyan hurriedly stepped up to defend Chu Sheng. What do you mean? Chu Sheng donated so many watches, and you still think you can't be sure if they are real? Don't be ridiculous. Let me tell you, for others, they might not be able to afford one in a lifetime. But to Chu Sheng, they are just casual toys. He has as many as he wants. My heart sank. No wonder Lu Ruyan deeply believed Chu Sheng was a rich young master. So, Chu Sheng had secretly brought Lu Ruyan back to my villa. If you want to inspect them, hurry up. Don't delay. Chu Sheng's speech. Lu Ruyan's arrogant tone made the notary slightly displeased. Student, correct your attitude. We are just doing our routine duties. We have to be responsible for our work. It's fine. The watches were all brought up, waiting for the appraiser to authenticate them one by one. I watched Chu Sheng showing off with a pile of the cheapest Pink 60 knockoffs and couldn't help but laugh out loud. Chu Sheng immediately restrained his expression and asked me somewhat probingly, "Zhuang Baifan, what are you laughing at? Could it be that you bought the same watches as me?" I shook my head. No, these watches have absolutely no similarity to mine. It seems our aesthetic tastes are completely different. Hearing me say this, Chu Sheng didn't think much of it. Lu Ruyan sarcastically mocked, "Isn't that obvious? How could your watch be in the same league as Chu Sheng's? They're miles apart." Okay. After hearing this, Chu Sheng returned to his smug self. My watches will be authenticated very soon. Zhuang Baifan, you'd better think more about your own donation. Think about how you're going to explain it to the whole school later. After all, you confidently vowed to donate more than me. I smiled meaningfully. Then let's wait and see how much that pile of watches of yours is worth. Don't be too jealous. My watches are worth 20 million minimum. You'd better figure out how to get the money ready. Otherwise, for a fraudulent donation like yours, the school won't tolerate you. Just wait to be expelled. Right at this moment, the appraiser looked up with a cautious expression. According to our appraisal, these watches are not genuine Patek Philippe's. They are counterfeit products. What? Chu Sheng's face changed drastically. The crowd screamed. Absolutely impossible. Did you even look carefully? I'm warning you. You have to take legal responsibility for talking nonsense. The appraiser directly showed his work badge and spoke in a deep voice. I have been in this industry for over 20 years. I've never made a mistake. If you don't believe me, you can file a complaint against me. No matter what you say, it can't change the fact that these items are fake. Not only are they fakes, they are the lowest grade, cheapest fakes. How is this possible? This is impossible. He's from the richest family. Chu Sheng was desperate, still refusing to accept the truth. Don't these look exactly like the ones in the mall windows? How could they be fake? First, look at the craftsmanship. You can very clearly see the flaws on it. And look here. Enough. Stop talking. Chu Sheng, as if grabbing onto his last lifeline, stared dead at the appraiser. Tell me, exactly how many are fake? The appraiser shook his head regretfully. All of them. Every single watch here is fake. Not a single one is genuine. Chu Sheng didn't expect this answer. His eyes rolled back and he fainted. Lu Ruyan hurriedly rushed over to catch him, yelling at the crowd. Chu Sheng, wake up. I looked at the unconscious person before me and stepped forward nonchalantly. I gave him a hard kick. Who kicked me? Chu Sheng screamed and jumped up. He looked around awkwardly. The air had frozen. Only Lu Ruyan was still excitedly holding onto Chu Sheng's shoulders. Chu Sheng, you're okay. Thank goodness. Chu Sheng's face was ashen. He nodded perfunctorily. I picked up the microphone, stepped forward smiling, and asked, "So now there is enough proof that there's no problem with my donation, right?" I said my donation would definitely be more than yours. I glanced at the rows of watches behind Chu Sheng and smiled. You donating this pile of fakes to the school is utterly worthless to them. My $1 dollar is real, hard cash. I said I'd donate more than you, and I did what I said. The crowd below was also wildly discussing. What's going on? They really are fake watches. Wasn't he supposed to be a rich young master? So embarrassing. Donating with fake watches. Why would a rich person do something like this? Talk about fraudulent donation. This is fraudulent donation. How does he have the nerve to call someone else a fraud? Shameless. Chu Shang was trembling all over. His lips parted weakly, but he couldn't spit out a single word. I spoke with a light laugh. Now you should think about how you are going to make up this 20 million donation amount. I deliberately used the word he mocked me with earlier to remind him. But where can you find that much money to make up for it? Chu Shang, highly emotional, reflexively retorted. Stop framing me. I am a rich second generation. Do you think I'm the same as you? Alright, then you have to try your best. Gather that 20 million as soon as possible. Otherwise, for students with bad reputation, like a fraudulent donor, they will be expelled. A sharp glint flashed in Lu Ruyan's eyes. She protected Chu Shang behind her and roared at me. Zhuang Baifan, Chu Shang has been tolerant enough with you, and you still dare to bully him? Lu Ruyan turned her head to look at Chu Shang. Chu Shang, you are just too kind. That's why a poor student like him could walk all over you. I coldly looked at the woman before me, who didn't know whether she was coming or going. What? You want to be Chu Shang's dog? But this time your master fraudulently pledged 20 million. Are you going to scrape up the money to pay it off with him? Your vision is just that narrow. Many rich people don't bother buying authentic goods. They don't need luxury items to boost their status. Someone like you, of course, cannot understand. Lu Ruyan looked me up and down. Let alone 20 million. Even if it's 200 million, for Chu Shang, it's just a piece of cake. I almost burst out laughing at her extreme simple logic. I'm afraid in her eyes, whatever Chu Shang does is right. Chu Shang, if you don't bring out the money today, you'd be letting down her trust. Chu Shang was left speechless by my words. His face was ugly. It took him a long while before he raised his hand, pointing at me tremblingly. Zhuang Baifan, I treated you as a good friend and invited you to my house. How could you come to my house and swap my watches with fakes? I was speechless and rolled my eyes, mocking him. This habit of yours of framing others really hasn't changed. Should I praise you for being adaptable or curse you for being shameless? Zhuang Baifan, Lu Ruyan flew into a rage, stepping out to defend Chu Shang. Do you not know your own status? After all the good Chu Shang has done for you, this is how you treat him? You'd better hand over Chu Shang's real watches right now. Otherwise, the consequences will be more than you can bear. I sneered. I am actually very clear about our respective statuses. The counselor spoke in a solemn tone, lowering his voice. Zhuang Baifan, if you really did swap the items, you should take them out quickly. Otherwise, this isn't just about whether you can graduate. This is a massive amount of money. The consequences will be unimaginable. I looked at Chu Shang, who had red eyes nearby. Counselor, how can you just listen to his one-sided story? He's an impoverished student, opening his mouth to say he's donating 99 Patek Philippe's. You should first ask him where he got these watches. Zhuang Baifan, Chu Shang is the young master of the richest family. He was just keeping a low profile before, and you dare to look down on him. A vain person like you, of course, cannot understand Chu Shang's actions. Let me tell you, the value of these watches is enough for you to spend a lifetime in prison. The counselor also grew anxious and scolded. Zhuang Baifan, if you took his things, hurry up and return them. Otherwise, no one will be able to protect you later. I spoke calmly and composedly. I said, I didn't take them. If you have any doubts, then call the police. Let the police investigate. You think I wouldn't dare? Lu Ruyan immediately took out her phone to call the police. Fine, I'll report it right now. I want to see if, when the police come, you can still be this stubborn. No, Chu Shang screamed out. He took 2 steps forward and grabbed Lu Ruyan's phone away. We absolutely cannot call the police. Lu Ruyan froze in place, looking at Chu Shang in confusion. Chu Shang smiled stiffly. And my meaning is, Zhuang Baifan is still so young, with such a huge amount of money. If we call the police, his life will be ruined. So we can't call the police. We are all classmates. We should give him a chance to turn over a new leaf. Chu Shang turned around, speaking sincerely. Zhuang Baifan, if your family is really having difficulties, you can just say it. We will all help you. Why must you resort to such despicable methods? Chu Shang's not so brilliant acting deceived the crowd. Everyone also sighed with emotion at his kindness. Chu Shang is just too kind. To think of giving this kind of person another chance. Exactly. Zhuang Baifan is so stubborn, refusing to admit it till death. Just looking at him makes me angry. And Chu Shang is still thinking about his future. Comparing these two, it's really clear who is superior. Chu Shang, hearing everyone's flattery, smiled faintly. Zhuang Baifan, just admit your mistake, and I will forgive you. However, regarding you being expelled for fraudulent donation, I can't help you with that either. Right at this moment, someone in the crowd shouted, Look, a helicopter. It looks like it belongs to Jiangong Group. Amidst people's discussions, several helicopters slowly landed at the bottom of the building. A row of bodyguards dressed in black stepped out from inside. This is. Chu Shang looked at everything before him in shock. Lu Ruyan quickly stepped forward to explain. Chu Shang, don't be afraid. I was the one who called the front desk at Jiangong headquarters. I told them that someone was bullying Jiangong's young master at school, and so they came. See? Chu Shang's face grew paler and paler. Lu Ruyan was still smugly claiming credit. Chu Shang, rest assured, I absolutely won't let anyone bully you. I burst into laughter. Chu Shang was shaking with anger. He gathered all his strength and slapped Lu Ruyan hard across the face. Who told you to be so smart? Lu Ruyan was stunned. She didn't understand why Chu Shang would suddenly get angry and even strike her in public, making her lose all face. I watched this good show before me with great interest. Lu Ruyan, feeling wrong, didn't dare to take her anger out on Chu Shang. With a a flushed face, she vented her anger on me. What are you laughing at? Let me tell you, Jiangong's people are here. You've offended Jiangong. Even if the school doesn't expel you, after you graduate, don't even think about finding a job in this city. If you know what's good for you, admit your mistake quickly, and they might leave you a way out. I ignored her. The black-suited bodyguards walked straight towards me and stopped, bowing respectfully to greet me. Good day, young master. Lu Ruyan's eyes widened. WH what? Who did you call young master? You've got the wrong person. Your Jiangong young master is over here. The lead bodyguard looked at them expressionlessly. He is merely the son of a cleaner working at Jiangong. The bodyguard projected a surveillance video onto the screen. 3 days ago, this person, taking advantage of his mother cleaning the young master's cloakroom, secretly swapped out name-brand watches worth 20 million in batches. We already called the police before coming here. What? Everyone was shocked. What's going on? Chu Sheng's identity is fake. So Zhuang Baifan is the real rich young master. What kind of plot twist is this? So Chu Sheng is the thief. He swapped the other guy's watches. How could he shamelessly claim the real young master stole his things? Truly shameless. The crowd's anger at being deceived was instantly ignited. They started hurling abuses one after another. Chu Sheng slumped to the ground. Having figured everything out, he looked up at me incredulously. So you are the young master of Jiangong. Chu Sheng yelled through gritted teeth. You did this on purpose, didn't you? This was all a trap you set up. You maliciously ruined me like this. I leaned down and spoke slowly. I kindly helped you solve your financial pressure. Who knew you were an ungrateful wretch? Did I force you to steal? Did I force you to donate? You only have yourself to blame. A snake trying to swallow an elephant due to insatiable greed. Just as I turned around, preparing to leave, Lu Ruyan blocked my way with an excited face. Zhuang Baifan, it's all because that bastard Chu Sheng tricked me, causing me to misunderstand you. Don't worry, I will never believe his words again. Before Lu Ruyan could finish speaking, she was pulled away by my bodyguards. You aren't still fantasizing about getting back together with me, are you? I didn't give her another glance. I turned and left. Soon after, Chu Sheng's verdict came down. Although the 99 Patek Philippe's he stole were fakes, he simultaneously stole jewelry worth a total of 6 million. In the end, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Lu Ruyan, for making false statements and slandering a classmate, was expelled from the school. After this incident, no one in the school questioned my identity anymore. It's just that every time I appeared at school, there were always people pointing and gossiping, which annoyed me. But it doesn't matter. The 4 years of college passed quickly, and a brand new life is waiting